Okay, what's up? It's gonna be a quick one. Maybe not even 10 minutes. But yeah, title says it all, and you can watch this back on the playback. Man, the past 2 weeks, a week and a half, we've been getting full amounts of boxing news, fights taking place, and Hearn did the interview on IFL TV with Kugan Cassius. It was an hour and like 14 minutes long. And he was going on about how potentially, the different options available for Joshua. Now, I actually haven't even watched the interview about it. I'm actually going to watch it after this. But what I heard from news reports and what I saw in Dillian Whyte's Instagram story, it said that Xavier Miller's like, oh, we want the Wilder versus Fury 3 winner. And then Dillian screenshotted that and responded by saying, oh, no, I want AJ right now. Like right this instant. And I'm going to address that now. Okay, so now, first off, why Joshua would fight Whyte in a rematch, now especially, I have no idea why he would do that. Given the fact that he has a mandatory in Usyk, and the 10 days is almost up for them to even settle a freaking deal on it. And if they can't do that, then it'll go to purse bids. But if they can't even work that out, then it's like, well, yeah, maybe Dillian Whyte could fight Joshua, but I don't want Joshua to get stripped. I want him to fight his mandatory. I want Usyk and Joshua as that matchup. That's a real interesting fight, that. But can someone explain? Excuse me. Can someone explain to me what Dillian has done to deserve a shot at Joshua? And I heard Ortiz and Ruiz being put in the mix there. Those aren't realistic options, those, because they can't even really get made anymore. And Dillian versus Joshua is a good fight. Don't get me wrong, but really, no one's asking for that. And the British public, they'd like that because, they've been following Dillian, and Dillian has garnered a following over there, and he's got fan base. But the point being is that no one really wants that. Okay, no one wants that fight. No one wants to see it. Well, no, I'm wrong in that. But no one has really brought that up except Eddie. And now people are bringing it up. And I think it's a good opportunity for Dillian if he gets his shot, because then it's like, okay, well, you wanted a title shot. But then it's like, okay, well, if it was offered to Dillian, would Dillian take it? Would Dillian Whyte take it? Because he turned down £4 million. 4 belts, Wembley in 2019 for April. How on earth? What's up, Mike? I ain't gonna be on for long, but not even another 10 minutes, because this is just a short video I wanted to make, so it's easier to upload. But I mean, Dillian Whyte is coming out and he's complaining. He's complaining about the fucking fight, and it's like me. And this is what happens when you got a promoter like Eddie Hearn putting names out there. And I don't blame Dillian for it. It's just that, like, okay, so he lost to Povetkin, and now he got his revenge, and then this the whole thing is, dude. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I wouldn't be mad if that fight happened, but I'd be pretty, I wouldn't feel good in the chest knowing that Usyk wouldn't get his shot. I mean, he'd wait all that time and just try fucking, I don't understand, dude. And it's a good fight. I mean, if Joshua got clipped on the side of the head by a left hook, then maybe, Dillian is the damn unified champion. You know, the build up to that is a good one. And then there's good numbers in the UK. But are people just fucking forgetting that, you know, Dillian is essentially would be getting in the way there. And then that title would be vacant. You see, it'd be IBF, WBA, IBO. If people even regard IBO. Because the WBO would be vacant. Do you understand? What's up, Stormy? Salute. On my way to the grind. Yeah, man. You take care on the way there, man. Yeah, I got your email, by the way. And I appreciate the kind words, man. And of course, I'll stand by what I say, always. I'm a man, as Deontay Wilder says, I'm a man of my word. So, yeah. So now all the Dillian Whyte fans are now crying. They're now crying, and they're saying that he needs his shot, this and that, blah, blah, blah. So now we have a situation where people are trying to put the pressure on Joshua. And let's be honest, Joshua could have fought Usyk in 2020. I don't get it. I really don't. And like I said, maybe that's been in the back pocket for Hearn, because remember, again, there's a mandatory. It's not that there's no mandatory coming up. There is essentially something to do in the background there. What's up, Mo Boxing? How you doing? There's something in the background. There's a mandatory to be fulfilled. There is. There really is one to be fulfilled. But, if Joshua does vacate, that's a duck. Okay, and I'm going to be very disappointed because I support him. And I want him to do well, especially outside the ring, because, he does a lot for his community. Vacating a belt, I mean, do you remember Hearn saying, Joshua might have to vacate the WBO, not the IBF. Remember, he didn't mention the IBF. Yeah? You know why? Because the IBF, that's easy. Pulev is easy work. With Usyk, it's a wild card, isn't it? You don't, it's kind of unknown territory. When has Joshua boxed a slick, fighter? Parker? And Parker held back. He didn't throw many punches. And that fight was still contested, quite evenly in a way. But Joshua nullified him in the end. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, this call from the WBO was made in 2019. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, remember Joshua saying, I'd rather face Usyk than Pulev? Well, we saw now that was not the case. Okay, you fought Pulev, and I just watched that fight about 30 minutes ago. That was trash. I thought it was better at first, and then, when you watch it back, you realize the caveman style is not very pleasant to watch. I mean, again, the Dillian Whyte fight would be entertaining, but at the end of the day, there's no point in that fight. Okay, there's no point in just dropping a damn belt for something you should have done well over a year ago. So this is what, let's hope it doesn't come down to that. I really do want to see the Usyk fight. Let's see if Usyk can contest here. I don't believe he will be able to be entirely successful in a fight with Joshua, but you never know, because this yawning is driving me nuts, man. He is a seasoned boxer, and he has experience, and he knows. Look, I'm even looking at comments in the IFL interview saying AJ has to fight Usyk in the meantime. Why would he fight Luis Ortiz? Makes no sense. Yeah, everyone's mad, which I don't blame them for in a way, but I mean, I don't understand. I want to find the timestamp where he talks about Whyte, because the whole thing about it is that came out of his mouth, and then Whyte heard about it, and he's like, "Oh, well, whatever, Usyk is really tricky. Yeah, he is tricky because look, again, if you're struggling with Chisora, okay, there's something wrong, right? But maybe that's just a style matchup because remember, Joshua doesn't come in like that. He doesn't have that much confidence in his ability to take a punch. He doesn't. Um, caveman style, yeah, you know. Remember, Pulev and Chisora, they fought in Germany, okay? So they got some advice off each other, you know. Oh, this is how you throw this club, and this is how you throw this other club. You know, this is the caveman style. You know, it's so bad to watch. Like your Pulev is really hard on the eye, man. You know, I didn't know we had Neanderthals in this modern day, man. I really didn't know that. You know, but hey, I guess it's easy work. You know, and that's another thing about Joshua and Whyte. They love to fucking fight people. If you're 39 years old or older, okay, no problem. You know, Dillian Whyte goes on about, I'm the cam man, anyone can get it. If you're 40 plus, um, absolutely. If you're younger, no. Okay, unless you're a journeyman like Chisora. Um, is it true Joshua has one more fight with Fast Car Eddie? I got told today by someone that he has one fight left on the zone. That's what I heard. However, I will say this. That is interesting because what if Joshua drops that belt? You know? And this shouldn't be a conversation. It really shouldn't be a conversation of which Joshua should drop a belt. Just fight your mandatory. Like I don't get it. You know, why is this one taking so long? I mean, in fact, when did they order negotiations? Let me see. Because they have it on their website, the WBO. This is what happens when you leave things too long. You know? When you sit on your butt, you know, or a Stormy B man says, sit on your bed. Here it is. Show cause notice. Show cause notice. Ed Woodhearn. Let me quickly show this. Pulev and Whyte makes sense. We could have had that years ago, Adari, but Whyte ducked. So, you know, it's unfortunate. So, let me read this. Okay. The first one. Ah, they got their extension denied. Yep, I read that. In light of the parties, 10 days upon, yeah, fucking neck. It's been a long day, so my reading is not going to be the best. Hold on, man. Freaking sick of reading this small print. Joshua versus Usyk negotiations. Surely Eddie Hearn can sort out the fucking deadline. Is there a deadline? Because remember, purse bids. See, purse bids interesting because whoever ducks that means they avoid the fight. May 31st, huh? Ooh, what's today? Well, where I am is the 26th of May. So that means, yeah, he's got 5 days left. He's got 5 days. He's got what, until Monday? Sunday, Monday, around there. Not a good look. Not a good look. You know? Not a good look. You know, the guy's tricky, man. He's tricky. But, you know, Dillian Whyte, he wants to fight Areola, he said. How do you go from fighting Areola or Jermaine Franklin to now, oh, I want Joshua now? You know, this shit is ridiculous, really. Crazy, man. There's no consistent, well, the consistent thing is the lies, you know? Joshua needs to give Wilder the same offer he was given to Fury. You mean 50-50? Yeah. Hey, Mo, listen. Back then, 50-50 was like a farce, right? But Fury winning, no problem, you know? No problem in that aspect. Oh no, no problem at all. You know? Come on. Chisora versus Ariola next. I like that. That's fun. That's a fun fight. That's a fun fight. That one. You know? Okay, so Eddie Hearn's talking to Spurs. White Hart Lane. I went to White Hart Lane. I remember that. In fact, that was where Joshua was meant to fight Pulev, and then COVID hit, and it all went to shit. You know. So yeah, I mean, this shit. You know what? And like July, for the Fury fight, that feels so far away. That feels so far away. Oh, why can't these fighters just fucking fight their mandatories? What's so hard? I swear, dude. Like when Fury, get a load of this. Get a load of this, okay? Remember this. Remember when Wilder and Fury were negotiating for a rematch, right? In fucking December and January, okay? And Feb as well. All those months they were negotiating, right? And then in the background, Brazil was the mandatory. What happened when that fight fell apart? In fact, let me look it up at the freaking Wilder Fury negotiations fail 2019. They're showing mediation. Please. Hold on, bear with me. Because in March, the Brazil fight got announced. Why don't these journalists put up there? So, like in Feb. Hold on a minute. Tyson Fury signs with. Yeah. Oh, come on, dude. When was this? You can't call yourself a journalist and then freaking not put the date. In the middle of Feb, pretty much. What's up, Black Star? In the fucking middle of Feb is when it was. Okay? Subscribe to Black Star's channel, guys. And Stormy B Man and Mo Boxing as well. Adari, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are, so I don't know if you have a channel. I haven't checked, but all good for you as well. And Michael Johnson as well. Boxing talking more. So when Wilder and Fury were negotiating in those months, when negotiations failed in February, a couple weeks later, Wilder announced he was fighting Brazil. It's been a week later since the news has hit, and Joshua and Hearn have yet to secure a deal with Usyk. So it just goes to show you who is more willing to do their mandatories. Yeah? Because fucking, I don't want to hear shit about Dillian Whyte. What, his mandatory? He doesn't want it now, Michael. He said he wants Joshua. He don't know that one there. He doesn't know what the fuck he wants at all. He doesn't know what he wants. He wants Chris Ariola. How do you go from Ruiz to Ariola to Joshua? Isn't that a jump? Hey, but Ariola's 40-something years old, so he fits the criteria right there, man. No problem there, man. No problem. Coffee versus Takam. That's a good fight on the undercard. I think Michael Polite Coffee might pour some hot coffee on him and burn his ass up, I was reading this thing on Daniel Dubois, and I just saw a tweet about broken orbital bone. I thought of Stormy B Man straight away on his stream. He's like, I have people telling me that he had a broken orbital bone. It happens in the sport. He got so mad. I was in the gym and I had the volume high. I swear I lost some hearing or something. I must have lost some hearing. It was so loud. I should have put the freaking volume lower. See, you don't know, man, what you get on Stormy's channel. That's why you got to go. Man, yeah, it's a whole mess. I'm gonna be another 5 minutes on this. Shannon Briggs. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Do we think? I don't think Josh was gonna vacate. Come on now. He worked too hard for those belts, allegedly. Apparently. You know? Please. Vacating of the belts. What's the point in winning these belts in the first place if you just get to leave? Because there's people in the UK on various channels like Porky's Corner. They're saying it might happen. Dillian Whyte. If that happens, will Dillian price himself out? See, Hearn's got to be smart with it. If he persuades Joshua to drop that belt, then they negotiate with Dillian. Dillian might price himself out again. He might price himself out. You know? And look, you're pissing more people off. Joe Joy's been waiting all that fucking time. I had a fifth person come in here, and it's TS Boxing. What's up, man? Why are folks pushing this narrative? I don't know why they're pushing it. I don't know why, man. I don't know why. I don't want him to drop it. Keep that thing. Keep your belts. Keep your reign. You know? But that narrative only started today, you know? He ain't dropping shit. And for her to even come out and say that, I mean, come on, dude. Like, he hasn't even got an extension. Usyk is fighting Joshua. That is it. Okay? That is it. That is it. You know? It's happening. And I appreciate all the numbers that have come in tonight. I appreciate you all. Subscribe to each other and support each other because, you know, we got this nice community here at YouTube. So, yeah, we keep it on the lock, man. Another unplanned stream, but I kind of had to get it off my chest because it was like, nah, you know, Eddie Hearn says Dillian Whyte could fight Joshua. Not happening, man. Not happening. You know, it's just not. People are getting desperate now. See, the news that hit last week, it has so much influence on other areas of the sport, you know. And Ngannou in boxing will be great. I don't think so. I don't think so. I do not. You know, put him in there with Dillian Whyte. I heard Ngannou's got a good uppercut. You know, maybe if he landed an uppercut on Dillian, maybe he'd beat Dillian. You know, but you know, Ngannou's not old enough, man. You need to be 40 plus to fight Dillian Whyte. You know, you need to be 40 plus. If you're under, there's got to be exceptions. You got to headbutt. You've got to test positive for performance enhancing drugs. All that shit. You got to do that. I mean, who fucking Chisora, fucking who else? A couple other guys early in his career, Vak, Povetkin, Lucas Brown. I mean, geez, you know, they love it. And I mean, Joshua's no different either. You know? I mean, what? Pulev? Who else? Povetkin? Who else? Takam? Oh, man. Who else? I'm trying to think. You know? That's about it. Doesn't Whyte want to go after Areola? He said that. You know? Chris hasn't said anything about that, you see? Chris Areola. That would be interesting. It would be interesting to see like what Joe Goosen would say during that and everything. You know? Damn. Imagine that, huh? Chris Areola fucking against Dillian Whyte. He's looking pretty thin these days. You looking thin? Good on you. Well, there you go. I'm gonna make my last remarks, man. I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute. Yeah, Ortiz beats him. So yeah, I mean that was just something I want to say, and yeah, I don't know. The news has kind of died down a bit. I mean, apart from that and a couple other fights on the up and coming schedule, there's not a whole lot more. I will say today, if you're going to work, university or whatever, just take care. You know, try not to get too moody and don't let it wreck your day. And yeah, be cool with it. You know, because you never know how people are doing. You know, and just yeah, it's important to be composed in this life of ours. That's for sure. In terms of videos and streams, maybe on the weekend I'll be doing a stream. I mean, there's a UFC event on this week, but I would like to do a boxing one. You know what I really want to do? I really want to do a live fight chat for Wilder Fury 3. In fact, I might put a community post up about that because I do feel that, you know, I think people would find I don't know, I'm thinking this, but maybe my reaction to the live fight chat would be interesting because I'll be screaming my head off and everything, depending on how the fight goes anyway. You know, and all the haters can come in and see my reaction if Wilder loses. You know what I mean? But that is that should be in the books as a possibility because I would like to see that. You know, I don't feel like going out and watching it amongst Irish people again. That is already awkward enough as it is. But you know, like that. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind doing the Haney fight, the Devin Haney fight. I wouldn't mind doing that one. I wouldn't mind doing the Teofimo one because we got an Australian fighting with him, so I guess I could do that. Who else is there up and coming? Let me quickly check the boxing schedule. I should have done the stream earlier. Haney, Canizlet, and I'm not gonna watch that. Lemieux fight? Oh, Dubois. I can't. I'm gonna have to get up for that. The Mayweather fight. I'm not gonna watch the Mayweather fight. I'll do a stream on it. But yeah, the Dubois fight. Yeah, you know, if Dubois' eye gets busted open again, and he's not working on head movement. I don't see him working on head movement. But if his eye gets busted open again, man, that's not gonna be good, man. I mean, he could get hit there once and it fucking blow up into a balloon, man. But he might do the Man of Steel knee again, you know. So we'll see how that goes. I do hope he wins, you know, because he's going to be mandatory for Joshua. I think he's all for Trevor Bryan. That's it for Trevor Bryan. But yeah, you know, I mean that's interesting enough. You know, not a great fight, but still, it's something at least. All right. So with that, I'm gonna be out, and peace to everyone. Take care.